Alrighty, hello there, Internet. Steve here again with another Unity Asset Store review. Today we are going to be looking at the Modular Sewers and Tunnels by HiveMind. At the time of recording this pack retails for $79.99 USD, so 80 bucks USD. It supports URP and HDRP. It does not support built-in, so only HDP and URP. I will be running the demo in HDRP. So let's go down the exceptions criteria I have. As a reminder, I do pass-fail. Something is either good enough or it is not. So for quality, it passes. Yeah, it's a very, very pretty asset, especially if running in an HDRP. It just looks nice. It looks very, very nice. So the fidelity is high and all that stuff. Modularity and workability. That also is an easy pass. The amount of stuff you can build with the small amount of prefabs, and we'll get into my criticism on that in a little bit, but the amount of stuff you can build, even though it's going to start to look a little similar or bland after a while, you can build a lot of different configurations. There are 3 different demo scenes in that ship with the actual asset. I only showed one of them because the other, even though the one I showed was short, the other 2 were even shorter. So I decided not to show those 2. The screenshots on the asset store page do a pretty good job of showing you exactly what those look like. But yeah, I just ran the one demo scene, but they are all very pretty. It's very high fidelity. So yeah, definitely modular and yeah. So the modular workability allows you to build, like I said, a lot of really, really cool cool configurations that look very pretty because of that fidelity, but there is only a certain amount of stuff you can do with that. So support and serviceability, HiveMind's been around for a minute now. They're usually pretty responsive, so I'm going to give them a pass on that. And then we get into value. So I'm going to give it a fail on this for the MSRP of $80. I do not think there's enough content in the actual pack to warrant the $80. Full disclosure, I got this for half price, I believe it was, 50% off. So it was about 40 bucks because I got it when they dropped it under the Unity has like a, brand new assets discount, and I got it during that period. And at that point, for 40 bucks, 100%. Like, if you can get this on sale for 50% or more off, then it's a no-brainer. But for 80 bucks, no. There's such a small amount of prefabs in there that it's really not worth the $80. There just isn't enough content. Yes, the content is high quality. Yes, you can build lots of cool shit with it, but I expect more content if I'm going to be spending just shy of 100 bucks on an art asset. So yeah, I don't think it passes. The other thing is, because I've done a lot of sewer packs as of late, people are probably going to ask, oh, well, is this one better than that one that I called the definitive solution? No, that one's still the definitive solution. This is a good pack, but that other one still, hands down, is the best option that I found to date. But yeah, we will go through that demo scene here in a minute. We'll go through that. We'll run through that, and then after that, we'll go through the prefabs, and I will see everybody over there in the demo scene. Alrighty, and we are back here in the main demo scene. This is a relatively short demo scene, so I'm going to try to take my time with it, but I am going to run through it. A lot of really good clutter in this one. Texturing work is good. I do like the decal work on that too. Obviously that works. The lighting in this demo scene is pretty cool too, honestly. You know, it's just nice when asset developers do those sorts of touches for their development scenes, in my opinion. You look at some of this stuff really closely, you can tell that it's, you know, but still, it's all in all, it's a very high fidelity asset. And that is essentially the end of the demo scene. So we will go over to the prefabs next and go through those, and I will see everybody over there. And we are back with the prefabs. So as you can see, there are not that many of them. Like, this is literally, this one prefabs folder is all the prefabs that are in here. So I'm going to take a little bit more time with a couple of these and kind of go through them a little more carefully. But you have a few different brick options here. Excuse me. Got some wiring and stuff like that. So I do think the way that a lot of this is modularized is good and it's smart. So obviously you can put these ones around pipes and stuff like that. And so all of them seem to have them with and without brackets. A little shorter length of it. Got that. Got those guys. Got those guys. There's a little corner one there. You've got the little brackets themselves. It's like a cardboard, you know, a flattened piece of cardboard. So there's some clutter in here. I do like, you know, the clutter. I wish there were more of it. I wish there was more stuff in general in this one, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so you got some crumpled papers, a few of them here. Actually can't, I guess there is writing on there. I didn't notice that before. You have your electrical box. So I don't know what that's supposed to be, an electrical cabinet too. I guess maybe one of the small electrical cabinets. Probably that the wires feed into, I guess, in the real world. Yeah, I'm guessing that's what these are. So a few different fluorescent lighting options. Not gonna rotate every one of those, but then you've got an empty one. Then you've got the actual fluorescent tube separate. You got some gateways for, you know, doors and stuff like that. So you got tanks, industrial, you know, liquid tanks or whatever. You have the piping and stuff for those. The actual valve caps, stuff like that. A few different ones of those. More of the actual piping. A decent amount of piping, actually. As you can see, all the piping is single-faced, which is, you know, how it should be. I think those are just variants. Like, they all do have LODs on them. You got ivy. So there's a few different hanging ivies. These are scanned. There's actually a separate folder for that, but the ivy is scanned. So you got more of the pipe caps, more piping. So these are more rusted piping. Then you got one door. Door handle, so you could actually animate these separately. That's nice. I actually like that as a design decision. The handle being separate. Cans, so crumpled and non-crumpled can. You know, crackhead mattress. Some more piping and stuff. So more piping connectors and valves. More piping, lots of piping, lots and lots of piping. What's this one? This is a rag. So you got a couple of rags, actually, it looks like crumpled rags. And you've got another door. So you've got the right door and the handle for that. I don't know why they didn't just use the same one for this, but whatever. Then you've got the sewer bars for the larger over here sewer pipings. A couple of emergency lights. Then you've got actual mud for the thing. And then you've got these actual sewer tubes. So those are not single face, those are double face, so you can go inside of there, which is nice. You got those guys. You've got some walls. So these are what the actual walls for building the sewers are going to be. Some variants of those, some actual brick-based ones. Different sizes of those, which is also nice. But you've got a few different materials of those. A couple of trash bags, and then you've got ventilation pieces, which are also double-sided, by the way. But yeah, be hard to. And then you've got the vent. Forget what these are called, but essentially the support for the ventilation systems. And that's it. That's it for the prefabs. There is a decals section. So there are a few decals that you can slap on there, graffiti and stuff like that. So that's nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is content-wise, this is a smaller pack. Yeah. Excuse me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I will see everyone in the next one.